Hi friends, welcome to this class. So in last class we were discussing about synthesis of PGE1 and we stopped at aldehyde, right? So in this class let us continue with that, right? So here we got this aldehyde. So before getting something, let us see few things, right? So what is this? Right, this is phosphor containing 3 methyl. Simply if I draw a line, you should understand that here methyl are there, CH3, 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 right, methyl. To this if I add something methyl iodide, so here the SN2 reaction, so I'll get like this, phosphor with 3 methyl and 1 more methyl. So here let me write CH, instead of writing methyls CH2, CH3, let me write CH2 and H, and here methyl are there, Me, Me, Me. Since phosphor gave its lone pair, so it gets positive charge, right? So this phosphor is having positive charge. I can remove this proton if I add any strong base, NaH, Na plus H minus, it will take this proton and this negative charge comes on carbon. So I'll get methyl, methyl, methyl and CH2 minus here phosphor plus. So this is nothing but we call it as phosphorus ylide, they will call ylide, I will call ylide, right? So this is nothing but phosphorus ylide, right? If I have, if anything like, so this ylide is nothing but unstable ylide, we call unstable, and also this ylide can also be written like this also, P CH3 CH3 CH3, positive negative they will form bond. So here if they form bonds, they will write like this, right? CH3 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 and here CH2, this is CH2, right? So instead of writing plus and minus, they will make a bond and they will show like that, right? So these are phosphorus ylide and this is unstable because this negative charge is not stabilized, right? So this is unstable phosphor ylide. If I have, instead of taking this CH2H, if I remove one more H, if this ylide will be like this, right? And here CH, let me write negative charge, and here if I have any electron withdrawing group like COOMe, let us assume, so this negative charge is stabilized now by back resonance. So this kind of phosphorus ylide we call it as stable phosphorus ylide. Oh, why this stable, unstable, why we are discussing? Because see, whenever we have, let me take this is a ketone isopropyl here. So this is small group, methyl is a small group and isopropyl is a big group, right? Isopropyl structure means this is the isopropyl, 1 2 3, and here I have ketone and here I have only methyl like this, CH3. So this is the structure. So this is small group and this one is big group, isopropyl. To this if I add this unstable phosphorus ylide, so what I will get, see, this is unstable phosphorus ylide, CH2 minus is the single bond, P CH3 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 and plus. If I add, after all reaction, all this reaction, everything we will discuss in reaction mechanism, where we will discuss phosphor ylide, nitrogen ylide, sulfur ylide, so many things, right? So in reaction mechanism we will discuss about that. No need to worry. So when after this reaction, this ketone will be converted to methyl will be as it is, this isopropyl will be as it is, this double bond is also as it is, but instead of oxygen, this oxygen will be taken by this phosphor, this CH2 here it will come, so it becomes CH2 here, so I will get alkene. So conversion of this ketone to alkene will be done by this phosphorus ylide, and this oxygen will be taken by this ylide, phosphorus ylide, and it will become oxide, phosphorus oxide like this, right? So this is the reaction. So here you can see, if I, instead of 1H, if I have any one bulky group like methyl, let me take methyl, if I have methyl, so one hydrogen is there, one methyl, whether methyl comes here or methyl comes here, right? So this is unstable. Whenever we have unstable ylide, I will get this alkene, but we will get Z alkene, you should remember. Z means where bulky side is there, right? Same side methyl will come. So methyl doesn't come here, right? So we will get Z alkene. So whenever we have unstable phosphorus ylide, when it reacted to what we call asymmetric, it is not symmetric, right? Here methyl isopropyl, asymmetric ketone, we will get Z alkene. Z alkene. Z means both bulky groups are on same side. See here, both bulky groups, isopropyl and this methyl, are on same side. So we'll get Z alkene. Instead of this, if I had stable phosphorus islate like this is a stable phosphorus islate, right? So if I have this stable phosphorus islate, right? So let me rub all those things. Right, what I will get? So this is stable phosphorus islate. When I react, so I will get this one. So isopropyl is there, double bond. Here CH is there, right? CH. So H will come where bulky side is there, and this COMe is there, right? That will come here, COMe. If you see, this is bulky side for this carbon, this is bulky side. Both bulky side are opposite, so we will get E alkene. Why we will get only E alkene? Why there in unstable? Why we will get only Z alkene? That we will discuss in reaction mechanism chapter, right? So whenever we have stable phosphorus islate, we will get E alkene, right? Why this all story I told? Because here I have aldehyde. Here H is small group and this group is a very big group. So if I add one stable phosphorus islate, I should get E alkene. That I am going to do it now, right? So once you got this basic information, next let us see few things. So this is my aldehyde. To this I am going to add stable phosphorus islate. See, this is also a phosphorus islate, OMe. See here phosphorus is not getting any positive charge because it is having only 5 bonds, 1 2 3 4 5, right? But this adjacent carbon is there, right? So here this proton will be removed by this NaH. So this carbon gets negative charge, and this negative charge is there, right? It will be stabilized by ketone group adjacent to it, and other things CH2, 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 CH2 and CH3 methyl. When your last comes, it is CH3. Other things CH2 because of valency, you know, carbon valence is 4. So this is stabilized by this electron withdrawing group ketone. So this is stable phosphorus islate. Whenever we have stable phosphorus islate, when it reacted with ketone or aldehyde, we will get E alkene. I told E alkene I should get. So I will write E alkene. So what will be my E alkene? See here, I will show it. So this is ester, other things remains as it is. The alcohol protected by acetic acid, and here you can see this is above the plane. Here hydrogen is there. E means if this is bulky side, I'll get a alkene like this, right? This alkene, C double bond, and bulky side will be this way, C double bond O, CH2, 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 CH3. Instead of writing all this CH2, 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 CH3, I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. C5, H11. Right? Instead of writing all this structure like this, I will write simply here C5, H11. Right? So what kind of alkene it is? See, bulky group is opposite side. Here also hydrogen is there. Here hydrogens are opposite. So we will get E alkene. Right. So from aldehyde I got E alkene when I added this stable phosphorus islate. Why I added only this phosphorus islate? Because I want to synthesize PgE1. Right. Side chain there should be, see, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 carbon should be there. So I added only this number of carbons only, because I want to synthesize this PgE1. It should contain total 20 carbons, right? So 8 carbons I got from here only, right? So like that I am going to increase the number of carbon chain, carbon length, right? Once I got this stable phosphorus islate, then I added zinc in presence of BH4, right? So you have studied NaBH4, same way zinc BH4 is there. So these will act as a good reducing agent. They are good reducing agent. So here I have ketone. Ketone will be reduced to secondary alcohol. So it will be reduced to secondary alcohol, and it is not going to reduce any esters, right? So instead of this ZnBH4, if I have added LiAlH4, it will reduce this esters also, right? So to avoid that, I am not going to use this LiH4. So other things remains as it is, OAC, right? So other things will remain as it is. and here I'll get alcohol, second alcohol, and C5H11. Instead of writing all this structure like this, I will write C5H11. Right. So here you may ask, sir, here ketone group is there. This hydride may attack from below. Also, I will get one more OH like this also above the plane. Right. Yes, we will get this product as well as along with that we will get this OH above the plane. But we are going to separate it because we need only this. In PgE1 we have this OH below the plane. So we separate it and we from this we will continue the reaction. Right. So in about these reactions, next let me rub all those things and explain it nicely. I hope you understood. Right. So here with the phosphorus iodide which I used was stable phosphorus iodide. Right. So I have separated it and I am continuing with this. Right. So further what I will do, yes. So this OAC is there, right? OAC. This I am going to deprotect this. So what I will add? I will add K2CO3. Mild base in presence of methanol. This OAC will be converted to OH. So let me not write this structure again. Just I will rub it and I will show it OH. Right. And we know that what is this? Right. So this we call it as DHP. Dihydropyran. Right. This is dihydropyran. In presence of acid, and if I have any alcohol group like this is alcohol group OH and this is also OH. So what happens? This H plus will attack this alkene and I'll get this kind of structure here. See, H attacked here and this carbon gets positive charge. That positive charge will be stabilized by the lone pairs of this oxygen, and also I have alcohol group like this. So that alcohol will attack to this positive charge carbocation and it will form like this compound OR. And here hydrogen, that I am not to show. So initially it was DHP, dihydropyran. Now it is tetrahydropyran. TH tetrahydropyran. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hydrogens are there, right? Tetrahydropyran. Pyran it is. 6 member containing oxygen, we call it as pyran. Of pyran. Right. So I am going to protect deprotection I did. In next step what I will add? I will add this DHP in acidic medium, so that I will protect this both alcohol with that DHP, and its structure will become like this. Instead of writing all this structure, we write simply like O, this is O and R is there as it is, and instead of writing the structure THP will write, means tetrahydropyran. So I am going to do the same. So what I will do, I will remove all these things. Instead of writing OH, after the second step the product I am going to write it now. So I am going to write O THP, tetrahydropyran. Here also O THP. Right, O THP. Right. Once we got this, then what I will do, to this I will add unstable phosphorus iodide. Unstable phosphorus iodide or iodide. Sorry. So what I will get, what kind of phosphorus iodide I will add, you just see. Phosphor, pH3, pH3, pH3. Right, and here I have CH2. Phosphor is having positive charge, CH2 is having negative charge. Here no other stabilizing group here, no ketone or any ester group to stabilize it. And here acid group, COO minus. Why I did this only you will get, because in PgE1 you have seen like this structure containing COH group, right? So I have this COO minus here, and this is number of carbons 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 carbons. Like that, to continue to get this C20 chain length, I am going to increase the number of carbons like this. So here ester group is there. So enid is there, negative charge, it will attack here. Mechanism that I have told, I will tell it in reaction mechanism. So I am going to write directly the product like this. So what I will get, see, this bond will be broken, because I have told ester bond can be broken, carbon oxygen bond can be broken. So here O minus, instead of writing O minus I will write OH. Here O THP is there, tetrahydropyran, and here above the plane what I have, instead of writing like this is E, right? So bulky group here, so E means here, and here C5H11 and below the plane. Again I'm going to protect this by THP, and this side, this is below the plane, so I'm going to show this below the plane. CH2 is there, next carbon, right, and here double bond I'll get. What kind of double bond? Since this is unstable, no protection group, so I'll get Z alkene only. So I'm going to get here double bond, that is Z, so I'll show like this. So see, this bulky group and this bulky, this is also bulky group is above, this bulky group is above, so here I will get Z alkene. Initially when the phosphorus imide was stable, I used to get E alkene, right? So here I got Z alkene. So other things remains as it is only, right? Yeah, how many number of carbon now? 3, 1, 2, 3, and now COH, right? So what is this? This is nothing but my installed, this is nothing but my compound I got, right? I hope you understood it, right? Yeah. Now count the number of carbons. How many carbons I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 carbons. So I got phosphorus, this prostaglandins, right? So but now I have to deprotect it, so that I will get one kind of prostaglandin. So see what I will do, I will deprotect in presence of acetic acid, in presence of water at 37 degrees Celsius. If I do the reaction, I will get this product. See, OH, and it is OH below the plane. This is Z alkene, COOH, and here it is above the plane, and this is E alkene, C5H11, and it is below the plane OH. So what is this? This structure we know that this is prostaglandins because 20 number of carbon, Pg. So this structure if you see, it is F. How many pi bonds outside the ring? 2, F2. And since OH is below the plane, below means alpha, PgF2 alpha. But our aim is to synthesize PgE1, right? So PgE1 means from this I got PgF2 alpha by doing this method. And the other method what I can do, I can oxidize it, so that here instead of this alcohol, if I add a mild oxidizing agent, I will convert it into ketone. So I converted it into ketone like this. Other things, OTHP is there, right? I will deprotect. In first step I will oxidize, so I will get ketone. In second step I will deprotect it by same reagent. So this is second reagent. Let me write the same second reagent here. So I deprotected, so I will get OH here. Other things remains as it is, COH, and here I will get above the plane. Again OH I will get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is nothing but my PgE1 I should get, right? PgE1. This is PgE2, right? So to get PgE1 I should remove one pi bond. So what they will do is, we got PgE2 here only. So this method is to synthesize PgE2, not PgE1, right? So that is a small mistake I did, right? So we can synthesize this PgF2 alpha or PgE2 by this EJ-Corey synthesis, where we started with this compound, right? I hope you understood how we synthesize this PgE2. In next class, let us see one more synthesis method, and have a great day till then.